Season 5 of the Kashif Booth podcast is proudly sponsored by Tailor.style, a men's fashion styling subscription service, which uses AI and professional stylists to find the right clothes for your next event. Whether it's a business work trip, a movie premiere, Tailor.style can cater all the needs for you, and you don't need to keep the clothes. You can hire them and send them back once you're done. With their several different subscription packages, you can get clothes monthly or quarterly. Tailor is perfect for the busy man on the go, or if you are working in the film or TV industry and you need some clothes for your latest production, hit up Tailor.style. You can be able to get reasonable clothes at great prices and no fuss. You can return them when you're done. It's so easy. There's just 5 simple steps. You curate the clothes that you need it for, then you get a new package of clothes in 2 to 3 business days, and then when you're done, swap them out for new ones and enjoy. And then you can repeat the whole process whenever you need a new set of wardrobe for whatever event or occasion that you're attending. Get 25% off your first monthly or quarterly plan by using Kashif at checkout or Kashif QTR. Check them out at Tailor.style. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Kashif Booth podcast. If you're new here, each week I sit down with a guest and we discuss their career so far, the highs, the lows, and what's next for them. This is the first time in a long time I have not had a guest. It's just me talking because I have news. Guys, if you have not been following me on my social media, then you probably haven't seen that I have written a children's book. It is called Learn to Love Your Name. My name is Kashif. And I wanted to give you guys some backstory about why I decided to write this book. And for those who don't know, my children's book is out on the 1st of October and it is available to pre-order right now. And currently it's just an ebook, but it will eventually be printed. So I'm really excited to be self-publishing my first book. Like, that's actually crazy. So I'll give you some backstory. So my name is Kashif. Okay. It is an Arabic name. It means revealer. I love my name, but growing up in the Western world, it really took a long time for me to learn to accept my name and love it for what it is. Sometimes I wish that I had an easier name or a simpler name, or I'd vowed to give my children names that they don't have to go through what I've gone through. But my mindset has changed on that now completely, because I've grown to love my name and my name represents who I am as a person. And it has taken a long time to get to that point. And I would say only in my late 20s, I learned to start loving my name. I used to mumble it when I used to introduce myself. I always remember when I was in primary school and there would be a supply teacher and I could see them struggling or getting a bit confused or nervous. And then I'd have to raise my hand and be like, okay, hi. Yeah, it's me, Kashif. That's my name. Okay. You know, it was having those moments all the time really was difficult. And even when you are introducing yourself to new people and you say your name, you see the level of confusion on their face and they're trying to be diplomatic and they might smile and be like, okay, and move on, or they might try to pronounce it and it's way off. And it's just like, no, it's Kashif. And with my name, it's very unique because there's 4 ways you can actually pronounce it. It's Kashif, 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 and Kashif. So depending on who I'm around, I'm going to get all different types of pronunciations of my name. A lot of people ask me, what do you prefer? I don't prefer. That's my name. So yeah. So how this came about? Basically, back in September last year, I started a micro master's degree in international film production, and we were tasked with writing a short film. That would be our final major project. And we all, in my classmates, we all pitched ideas for films that we want to make. And I chose to write a film about myself and the struggles of having my name. And yeah, I was going to do a whole short film, like a 10-minute one. I had really great ideas from my classmates as they really loved the idea of me doing a film about my name and the struggle of it. And I really could have leaned into like about microaggressions and in the workplace. You know, it really could have been great. But the issue is that we all had to self-fund our film. And we had to do this to make sure we passed and graduated. So I didn't have the money to raise funds to make this. So I decided just to write a monologue. And I wrote a monologue, just can't speak, guys, detailing my experience growing up in London, in the UK with my name. And I really liked it. I got feedback on it, and then I decided to make it into a monologue film. I played around with different ideas if I wanted to hire an actor to play me and they speak to camera, and I make it really cool with like graphics and edits like that. But then I settled on doing animation. And I had done an AI module with my course. And I have a really good friend who lives out in Bali. He actually is from Canada and is Jamaican, but he lives in Bali. And he's amazing with AI animation. And so we collaborated on this short film. I had created a whole animated character and a bunch of different characters to make this together, created a pitch. He followed it, added his magic, and it was amazing. So I was able to write, narrate, and produce an AI monologue short film. And for those who haven't seen it, I'm going to play the trailer right now. I'm Kashif, Kashif. There are 4 ways you can pronounce my name. Have you ever met someone who has so many ways their name can be pronounced? Or even better, he's black, not Asian or Arab, black. I can't tell you how many times I've been mistaken for someone who is Arab or Asian, or assumed to be Muslim. The history of how I got my name is a funny one. My dad is a DJ and has been my entire life. He's pushing 70 and will never give it up. It's his passion. He always liked the name Kashif. There was an R&B singer called Kashif in the 80s and he loved the name and his music. When I was born, that's when I got it. The irony is that wasn't even the singer's real name. His real name was Michael Jones. So there's the trailer, and now it's currently in the film festival market, and I'm really excited that we've got into a festival so far, but I pray more are coming as well. And so that was it, and I really was happy with the film. And then I recently had my graduation in LA, and I got some amazing feedback from my course administrators and then also my lecturers as well. They were just like, it was so unique, it was so fun, and it's so relatable, and people found it so funny. I couldn't believe the reaction to it. I was totally blown away by it. And I was just encouraged by all of my lecturers to lean into children's storytelling and that I should develop it into something more. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna lean into this. And so they said, why don't you do a children's book? So I was like, okay, let's do it. So when I returned from London, I started work on it. And I developed it into a children's book, and it took some time, but luckily because I had already written it and I know the story and it's in my head, it was quite easy to just kind of get this done. And yeah, with the help of AI and Amazon Kindle shop, it's going to be out on October 1st. And I'm really, really excited for this. I think that it's such a relatable story. I don't think it's a unique experience having an unconventional name in general, wherever you live. I think sometimes if your name is not John, Paul, Mike, Sarah, Elizabeth, these traditional names, you do struggle, and I say in my film, and I'll say it here, if you can pronounce Arnold Schwarzenegger, Nicole Scherzinger, Benedict Cumberbatch, like you can pronounce all these names, you can pronounce my name. You can pronounce any name out there. All you have to do is ask questions and phonetically break down someone's name when you read it. Don't just, do guesswork. I think the worst thing you can do is guesswork or even try to shorten somebody's name. Don't ever do that. And don't do that without their permission. Because I've had that in my life where so many people have just decided to start calling me Cash. And I loved it. I thought, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I got a nickname. Yeah, I love it. No, you were doing that because you didn't want to bother to learn how to pronounce my name. And that's really disrespectful. This is my name and this represents me. So please respect my name. And I know that there's so many people who can relate to this. And I don't want future children having to have that same insecurity. So that's why I wrote this book. And I'm really, really excited for people to to see this. And eventually I would love to make this into a book series. I think making it into a book series would be incredible. There's so many people out there with quote unquote unique names that people could see when they're out and about and encourage their children. Do you remember that time when Coke were doing that whole thing where you could get your name like on the Coke bottle? You know, of course, we know we're not going to find our names. So for me to be able to have this name and have a book there that children can be able to go and see that they have this name, or me being a black person with an Arabic name. And there's so many black people with Muslim and Arabic names, and they can see themselves represented as a young black boy with this name is incredible, because representation matters always. And I really hope that this is the start of that. So if anybody wants to collaborate on my book series, Learn to Love Your Name, you know where to find me. But I just wanted to share this story, guys, about why I decided to write Learn to Love Your Name. My name is Kashif, and it's available to pre-order on all your favorite ebook reading platforms, and print copies are coming very, very soon. You can follow Learn to Love Your Name book on Instagram and on TikTok for updates. And thanks, guys, for listening. You can follow me all on my user socials. You know them. There's a bunch of them. Stay tuned for the rest of season 5 coming very, very soon.